I was very disappointed.
Well, maybe
She's a murderess.
She's
a murderess.
It was in the 70s.
She's marooned with this, like, deckhand from the boat.
Well, how convenient.
They have a love affair. I don't remember.
Then she's swept away by a big
swept
wave.
away.
That's going to reflect my brow meter score on this one, because this movie sucks.
Oh, and Timothy Dalton is in it.
In it.
And, oh gosh, I won't even want to tell you what he did to me.
Well, didn't you guys try to be, like, you wanted to live the life of being these two hustlers, really?
What?
Even though his friend was straight.
It could be the best lowbrow movie that ever has been made. Hello.
I guess we're live now.
I
This is our first live. So if
I have
we
no idea what we're doing.
right, no, we do know what we're doing.
Do we?
But I'm in the chat room as
Okay.
well as D-dimensional.
Right,
just
he's
so you know.
D-dimensional.
I
That's
might-
Dougie Dimensional,
yeah,
right?
D-dimensional. So I might be answering.
Oh,
no, I don't
my
think
gosh.
so. This is not good.
This is not good. Okay, this is not good.
All right.
We love you, but...
Love you, but we're not starting like that. This is the Seaview Circle.
This is CV Circle. This is our recap podcast where we review our favorite TV shows and movies of the past, present, and possibly the future, all in service to our end goal of determining just how highbrow or lowbrow our viewing taste is. The camera is there.
Right,
Okay,
I
just
see
checking.
it, I see
Okay,
it.
now here's the thing. We have been doing this, since
2024.
September, I think, October. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
September 2024. And we've never discussed any movies.
Right. So today, this kind of starts us off into another world. And so we thought, you know what? We've got a lot of analog
Well,
media.
Physical media
Yeah.
is kind of having a resurgence, right?
Yeah.
I just swallowed some
Yeah, but that being
popcorn on
said,
the wrong thing.
you don't want to hold on to stuff that's crap. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Unless it's really good crap.
So we're gonna help. We're gonna ask your help out there in the chat room to let us know if we should just ditch it. Now, we've kind of peppered in some stuff that we probably will jettison from the collection. But again, it is important to keep your physical media, though, right? Because you never know with these streaming services, you never know what they're going to do to your music and to your movies. They can just rip it from you.
I'd say to you, especially some of the special format DVDs that we might have purchased in the past when that was the only option. I still want to keep it. I still think it's something, to have for the library.
Of course, yeah. I mean, in essence, it's artwork, right? It's an additional piece of the original art, whether it is the music, the album, or the movie, and so on and so forth. Now, the other thing we're going to do is we are going to add our brow meter scores for these movies that we discuss. When we do the brow meter, we're just going to quickly put them on a Post-it note. These are Romy and Michelle's Post-it notes, okay? Which is a movie. I don't think that is going to be represented here.
No.
I would say also, if you haven't already subscribed, we appreciate that.
Yes.
And leave a comment and let us know what you think about any of the movies that we are about to cover. Should we just get to it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay.
So this first movie that I have here, and it's like the collector's edition of Jackie Brown, the Quentin Tarantino movie, which for me, when I lived in the UK, which was like for 12 years, I didn't see that many movies probably in the 1990s. Sometimes you just miss it.
Right.
But I did manage to catch Jackie Brown because I loved Pam Grier, so I was like, I gotta go see that.
Pam Grier is on Knots Landing, kids. Pam
Right.
Grier is in season, I don't know at the top of my head which
That's right.
season, but she's in
But
Knots
anyway,
Landing.
she's the star of this movie.
She's a star.
And she's bloody amazing. I love her in anything she does. I mean, I especially love all the 70s.
I'm sure they're
exploitation
somewhere
films,
around
too.
here. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, we probably have some.
What's
of
your
those in
favorite
here.
scene from this movie?
Well, my favorite thing is that whole switcheroo. If you've seen the movie, the thing where they're switching the money out in the changing rooms.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know if they're like in a Sears or a J.C. Penney.
Yeah.
But and the
JCPenney.
music is really great because the soundtrack, for the most part, is Roy Ayers' soundtrack. A lot of it is lifted from the Coffee soundtrack, which Pam Grier was in. So it's kind of weird. It's very meta on that level.
Yeah.
I loved this movie so much because I felt that they picked Pam at such a perfect time to star in this movie because, again, she was in technically her middle age, and it literally was like real time. You were seeing that okay, here's a badass who she's now cleaned up her act and she's working as a stewardess and she's doing her thing, and then she just gets caught up in a bad situation.
I
very
love
interesting.
that scene. Of course, I think it's the title sequence, right, where she's in the airport at the LAX.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
LAX.
It's that one iconic shot, that hallway. Everybody knows this hallway
With
with,
the
all the
mosaics, the
mosaic
color
tiles
mosaics,
that change colors from red to yellow to
And
green.
you know what's funny? We were watching something the other day, and again, it showed
Yeah.
up again, and we were like...
And they weren't really focusing on that. It just happened.
Right.
Oh, I know what it was. It was that weird, crazy movie about the murder that takes place on the plane.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it was a
yeah,
TV
from the
movie.
70s, yeah.
It was a TV movie we were watching just for fun.
Right,
And they
right.
were filming in LAX.
Right.
And so it was just funny because I was like, hey, that's the same place.
Okay, so brow meter. What would you give this on the brow meter?
Oh my
I'm going to
God.
let you choose it. You
I'm going to
choose
tell
the
you,
brow meter.
for me on a brow meter, the brow meter is between 1 and 5.
Yep. 1 being low brow, 5 being high brow.
I could almost give it a 5, but I know
Ooh,
that would be...
wow.
No, I won't go that high. 4.75. Okay? This is like one of my favorite movies of all time.
Okay, brow meter. Okay.
I love this movie because I think
Highbrow.
it's very clever.
Tarantino highbrow. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and
okay.
remember that the co-star in that was so sweet. I think he's now since passed, but it's like the older guy,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. He was in everything.
Robert Forster. Robert
Yeah.
Forster.
Yeah.
And you know what? And even look at that. Remember, Bridget Fonda was in that, and Michael Keaton, and Robert De Niro. I mean,
Right.
and look, of course, Samuel Jackson.
right.
Hello.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, it's a great movie.
Susie's over here now.
Okay, she's over there probably looking for popcorn.
She's looking for that little shoe.
Oh, that little shoe. That's another story. We're not going to talk about the little shoe.
Okay. Next up, we have one of my favorite movies of all time. This is the incredible Shrinking Woman. This is from 1981. Okay, this is Lily Tomlin. I'm a huge Lily Tomlin fan. Several movies right in a row came out at the time when I was, catching the movies on cable, right? You'd see them in rerun over and over and over again. And this one really spoke to me, the kind of special effects aspect where you have, the big tall props and everything like that. And then of course the comedy is funny, and I mean it does,
it's the styling is awesome.
The styling is amazing.
The styling is because
the neighborhood
is all this bright colors.
Yeah, because this is a commentary on commercialism, on capitalism and like all these products. Everybody needs all these products, right? You need product for this, you need a product for this, you need Galaxy glue, right?
Galaxy glue.
Then when the Galaxy glue gets on your hands and everything sticks to you, you need something else to get the Galaxy glue off your hands. And so our protagonist, Miss Pat Kramer, the true story.
True story of Pat
Kramer.
No, this is one of my favorite movies too.
Yeah.
I will say
Yeah.
it's like, and I don't think I had seen it for quite a long time. But I do remember it like fondly.
Now, Lily Tomlin actually plays 2 roles, and the other one is Judith, and she is the one who's like an Avon lady, right? She's an Avon lady who comes to sell poor Pat Kramer all of these items, including some perfume that she spills on her blouse at night when she's trying to get it on with Charles Grodin. And so eventually what starts happening, I don't want to ruin it, but she shrinks. What
was that perfume called again? I don't remember it.
Sex pot.
Sex pot.
Sex
That's
pot.
right.
Sex
Sex
pot.
pot.
Oh, maybe the sex pot is the perfume that Charles Grodin's advertising company is trying to come up with.
Sex pot.
Anyway, it's a great film with a lot of good eye candy in the visuals, right? The colors are amazing. And there's the Galaxy Glue song jingle, which is, we sing
Glue.
pretty often, actually.
Galaxy
Now,
Glue.
it does take a very strange turn towards the end, if you remember, when she is so small that she ends up in a lab. Because obviously, there's some nefarious people
Gets
trying
very
to shrink
dark.
the world. And she ends up with a gorilla. So it becomes very slapstick. There's so much.
Remember,
good in
and we
this.
think that she dies too.
Right.
Because the maid named Concepcion.
Right.
She was cleaning off the plate into the garbage disposal.
Right.
And then she finds speaking of little shoes.
Right.
She finds this little shoe,
Right.
which she thinks that, oh my God, she's actually...
Because at that point, Pat Kramer is just
Yeah.
wearing Barbie doll clothes.
Yeah, she has Barbie clothes, which is what we have in the house. We have the cat's new favorite toy is a doll shoe.
It's a moccasin. It's a moccasin
that was gifted to us.
So
Put that over
brow
here.
meter, though, I'm going to say, brow meter, it's not going to be as high. I'm going to give this really on the brow meter. We'll give it a 2.5 because there is a message in there, but it is also, let's be honest,
common.
it's the whole slapstick part at the end kind of lowers it down. So 2.5 on that.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought it would have been higher.
But brow meter, we're talking about lowbrow, highbrow.
Right,
Not
okay.
how much I enjoy the movie. This is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Right.
But brow meter, 2.5 on that.
Right.
Okay. Next
That's
up.
true.
What do you got?
Okay. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this movie, but this is like, for me, one of my most influential movies that really resonated with me from the moment I saw it, because it's like a rock and roll movie. It's early 70s. It's got the girl group. It's got trash. It's got sex. It's got it all.
Pretty sure this inspired your band.
Yeah,
didn't
it pretty much did. And the music is just so great in this. That's really the thing that really gets you going, is the composer Stu Phillips did all the music for this.
Yeah.
He's the guy, he did music for Battlestar Galactica. He did all this like incidental music with the Holly Ridge Strings, which is like this, these kind of Hollywood type orchestra stuff.
This is also has, I would say, quite a bit of visual eye candy in the decor, in the wardrobe. There's some really great party scenes in this. It's delicious to watch. For as long as I've known you, this has been a huge, huge influence on you.
I lost my voice because I choked on
This popcorn, I'm telling you, it's dangerous.
Keep the popcorn away.
Yeah.
So this movie, again, really well shot, very innovative. Russ Meyer had only been doing these like kind of
skin flicks,
kind of like tongue-in-cheek skin flicks. But he did,
Bosomania.
This was like the first one where they got money from the studio. So it's 20th Century Fox.
Right.
But it's not highbrow.
Oh my gosh.
I will say 2.5.
Okay.
And then you talk.
Next up, we have a completely different decade. This is Jean-Michel Basquiat. This is Downtown 81. I feel like I saw this first in the theaters. It was like an art house film, and it came out in 2000, I think. Well, maybe originally it came out in 85, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like it was like footage that they like refashioned together later, right? So it's a lot of like downtown New York art scene in the 80s, musicians and artists like putting together this piece. And it's really a cool microcosm of what was going on in the 80s. It's such a weird time in New York, right? Like it was very rough.
Oh, it's got
very rough.
Doesn't it have a really good soundtrack too on it?
Oh yeah, it's like Cavern, Liquid, all that kind of stuff. The plastics,
side on
right, yeah. And this is all that no wave, yeah. So this is really, really, really good. I would say on the brow meter, it's still not super high in the brow meter. I'm gonna say it's like a 2.5. You know, it's rough around the edges, but for what it is, I dig it because you don't get to see the real New York when you see a film from the 80s, right? You're seeing the Hollywood version of New York. This is a New York by New Yorkers. You know what I mean? So I love it. All right. This is a classic. This is Grey Gardens. Okay. This is by the Maisels, right? This was turned into a movie actually starring Jessica Lange, maybe, and Drew Barrymore. Okay. This is Grey Gardens. The original though, it's about Big Edie and Little Edie, who were related to Jackie Onassis, right? It was like the cousin and then her daughter, right? And it's a real trippy look at this mother-daughter duo living out in the Hamptons in their dilapidated house. Of course, you all know this movie already. And it is so good that it actually comes in a Criterion Collection double disc with an additional movie with more great moments. It basically follows the story of Little Edie, really, I think, more so, and her journey from, because originally she wanted to be an actress when she was young, and then things just didn't go well for her, and so she ended up living with her mom in the house for years and years and years.
Oh my God. This movie is camp classic, even though it's a documentary.
The Marble Fawn, the Marble Fawn.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, Little Edie, she was a fashion icon,
She was.
I mean, she did have alopecia.
Right.
So she didn't have any eyebrows. And then, of course, she would always wear the sweatshirt over her head.
Or a sweater.
Remember the famous 4th of July dancing around with the patriotic songs with the American flag, and she's doing her dance with the,
And Big Edie sings every once in a while. It's very sad. It's a very sad movie in a way.
It's pretty raw. I mean, obviously, a lot of when Edie speaks, too, it just sounds like she's reading a monologue. It's so weird.
Right. It's almost as though everything she's saying is scripted because it is so tight in its kitschiness in a way. You know, it's quite good. So I'm going to say this is like a 4, you know, on the Browmeter. Don't you think? I mean...
Oh, I'd say.
I think so. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, this is really... Should I keep this in my collection? I haven't watched it for a long time.
We are looking for recommendations. Do we ditch this? Does this one leave the collection tonight?
This is the movie Sextet, okay? And the reason...
Please explain.
Mae West's last movie. Timothy Dalton and Mae West wed, but put their honeymoon on hold while West saves the world. Chock full of stars. Features Dom DeLuise playing Marlo Manners.
Dom DeLuise, friends. Dom DeLuise.
Ringo Starr. George Hamilton, Mae West's disco version of Babyface, and Dalton cooing "Love Will Keep Us Together." Ooh. So you know what? I really need to rewatch this. I don't even know if I can give it a brown.
It's on the chopping block. It
could be on the chopping block, but you know what?
What's the one where she sings, what's the famous one?
Okay, so the one that I was really inspired by buying it's Mae West was in the movie Myra Breckenridge, which starred Raquel Welch and Rex Reed. But that's the one that had Mae West singing the song, You Gotta Taste All the Fruit.
You Gotta Taste All the Fruit.
And I have it.
Is that when she comes out on the bed? The bed is like a throne bed.
Yeah, they take her out on a throne.
Hunky men take her.
Yeah, that's hunky. It's always the same, you know. But anyway, so I don't know, I guess this is the thing. We could give it a rating, and I will rewatch it, but I'm going to tell you right now. It's probably a 1. Okay?
Oh, I love a 1. 1!
Give it a 1.
1.
Give it a 1.
Eek. Okay. I'm just telling you. We already talked about one of my favorite movies of all time. This is probably... Are we peeking too early? This is probably my favorite movie of all time.
Might be peeking too early, but it's okay.
Okay, this is My Own Private Idaho. This is starring Keanu Reeves and the late River Phoenix. I saw this so many times in the theater.
He saw it as a young twink. Yes, that's right.
This came out in 1991, filmed in late 1990 in the Pacific Northwest in Portland and Seattle by Gus Van Sant. It has unbelievable cinematography. It is a little rough around the edges, which is why, my best friend from high school and I, we loved it so much. It was very quirky. It had weird kind of audio edits.
Well, didn't you guys try to be you wanted to live the life of being these two hustlers? Really?
What?
Even though his friend was straight, but you still wanted to both be the hustlers.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will.
You can admit it.
Okay. So yeah, this is about 2 male hustlers on the gritty streets of Portland, Oregon, at a time when the downtown was really downtrodden. But it's really a love story, but it's a tragic love story because one of the 2 best friends is in love with the other one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Were you in love with it?
Oh my God! You could be watching.
I don't know. You probably was, but it's okay. One night.
No, that has nothing to do with why I liked the film. But as a young gay man, there was an essence of, say, yearning that was not expressed at the time when I was that age. Because when this came out, I was probably only 17. I don't even know.
Right.
But my point is, it's a tragic story of yearning in general because the River Phoenix character, Mike, is sort of searching throughout for love, and his mother is all over the place, and it's this long journey. It's like a road trip. It's like this road trip that goes all over the place. He ends up in Rome.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to tell you this. It's really bad. I know you showed this to me, but I probably fell asleep a couple times. So I don't know if I've actually watched it all the way through.
Okay. End of discussion.
I'm just telling you. I know.
I love it for the fashion as well. In fact, not tonight, but in general, I always strive to dress like the street denizen hustlers of My Own Private Idaho.
Yeah, and you know what? When we went to Portland, we went to Portland recently. We did try to go to a couple of the places.
We did.
That were in the movie.
You know, if you've watched any of our previous content, that we love a filming location. Love it. We love it. So we have definitely gone to check out some of the vintage film locations in Portland that were used in 1990 during the filming of My Own Private Idaho, including that old restaurant called Huber's. Do you remember where they make the, I don't know what they make.
They do the flaming
coffee.
Flaming coffee thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, really quirky movie, really poignant, and always made me cry. It's 3.85. 3.85 on that one. 3.85. Great performances by these two gentlemen. Oh, Udo Kier is also in it, right? The late Udo Kier, who just passed away a while ago. Very interesting scene. He's one of the Johns, who picks these two gentlemen up when they need his plane tickets to Rome. So they,
well,
they got to make some cash quick. You know what I mean? Next up.
This is my movie. I love Hedwig. Actually, what's really weird is I saw this on 9/11.
Ooh.
I mean, I had made the arrangement to go see the movie with my friend, or we bought the tickets, and then we were working together, and then it was like in the morning in the UK, and of course 9/11 was happening. So for me, I was really raw when I saw it, and so I forever hold this in my heart as just like a really poignant, sweet story. Anyway, I always like these music-driven movies, too. It's a musical.
Yeah.
And it's kind of rock and roll.
I was going to ask you that question sometimes, and we'll get to some of the other movies later, but what came first, the music or the movie? The music for you? Well,
sometimes for me, what's really weird is, I collect soundtracks, too. Sometimes what I've done is if I found the soundtrack and I really liked it, then I wanted to watch the movie. So, sometimes they're not always matching. But, in this case, the movie and the soundtrack are matching. And it's the same thing with the Jackie Brown one, too.
My story with Hedwig is that when I first moved to New York, I was living in a short-term hotel that is now the Jane Hotel. The Jane Hotel was formerly the Hotel Riverview, and the Hotel Riverview on Jane Street in the West Village had the Jane Street Theater where Hedwig first was playing. Right. It was really cool to be like a part of that, and this became really popular like shortly thereafter. It kind of blew up. So that was really exciting, and I thought the movie did a really good job.
And that would have been when you first moved to New York, right?
Yeah.
So what year would that be?
99.
99, okay.
99.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I would have seen this in 2001. So it was playing live 2 years later.
Brow meter. Give me a brow meter on that one.
A brow meter on this one? I'm going to give it a 4. I really like it. A
4?
Yeah,
okay.
I love this movie.
I can see where you could go in that
Maybe
direction.
Maybe it's time to rewatch it, too.
Yeah, I think I would agree. All right, next up. Here we go, kids.
Do I dare have another popcorn?
You be careful.
I'm going to be very careful this time.
Here we have, in the physical media DVD collection, we have Madonna, Swept Away. This is notoriously
terrible.
A bad film, kids. A poor, poor film. Let's be honest, she's not an actress. This is the time when she teamed up with her husband, Guy Ritchie. Who directed this film, and it is a remake of an Italian film, I believe, and it is not good. It is not good.
So it's not in a league of its own, then?
It is not a league of their own. Now, the funny thing is that we have another Knots Landing alum who is in this, Bruce Greenwood, who played Pierce Lawton.
Oh, Pierce, yeah.
In Knots Landing. He plays Madonna's husband in this movie. But what happens is she's like this real, like, rich bitch. They're on the Riviera somewhere. I don't know where they are. Somewhere, beautiful, the Mediterranean. And they have like I don't know if it's like a boat accident or something. They fall. I don't know. She's marooned with this, like, deckhand from the boat. And
how convenient.
They have a love affair. And then... I don't remember.
Then she's swept away by a big
wave. Away. I don't know. But can you believe there's even like special features on this stuff? I mean, it is not good. It is not good. Okay, so I would say for this one, the brow meter is going to be... Can we do a negative? Is there a negative?
You can do a negative.
I think we have to have a negative. We'll just do a -1. I mean, it could be a -5, but I mean, this is not highbrow, kids.
Makes up for all my 4s.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean... I would sell this on eBay, but nobody wants it, so...
Oh, God.
All right, what's next?
I don't know if you guys are familiar with Billy Jack, but, the Billy Jack movies, there was like, I don't know, there was at least 5 of them, I think. There's like, Billy Jack Goes to Washington, Billy Jack, this is the original, Billy Jack.
Okay, please explain who Billy Jack is.
So Billy Jack, he is half Native American.
Okay.
And this is like from like probably like 1972, I think, or 1970. I don't know.
We rewatched this. Well,
1971.
We rewatched it, but we were completely stoned and drunk, and but I maybe
Did you say that?
maybe because of that, I realized how problematic this film is.
But
actually,
you see, I love. Okay, so what I like about this movie is it's done like very natural. You feel
except for the fact that many Native American characters in this film are played by white people. You know, so that's maybe not so great. That's not so great.
But then there's this whole thing with the freedom school to kids. You know, they're trying to protect the kids. So it's very like early 70s, hippy dippy.
It is.
And
I like the second one better. I'm just going to say that right now. This one has a very graphic an assault. There's an assault. It's very jarring. It's very jarring. It's very jarring.
Sorry.
But I see what you like about it in the essence that it has that kind of homespun early 70s.
Yeah, I kind of.
What do you think, Brown Meter? What do you think, Brown Meter?
I mean, Brown Meter, that's another story. So I'm going to say 2.5.
2.5 for Billy Jack. 2.5 for Billy Jack on the Brown Meter. Okay, coming up next. Oh boy. This is getting a lot of play recently. We haven't watched this. But I was talking about this very recently. This is Star Wars: The Ewok Adventures. I remember as a young bloke, many, many years ago, in fact, we'll say 40 years ago.
40 years ago.
Yeah, 40 years ago. Thanksgiving 1985, this was going to be on TV. It was premiering, and I was so excited because I was a huge Star Wars fan, and this was now a couple years after Return of the Jedi, so people were starved. They were starved for content, and this was promoted as being, oh my gosh, like the continuation in a way because it's the Ewoks, you know?
Did they ever make any toys with Sindel? Like, did they?
No, I don't think so. I mean, there was a cartoon version of the Ewoks, but I don't think she was ever included in that. So I would love to have a Sindel action figure.
Well, I'm a big fan of Sindel.
Right.
I like Sindel.
Right.
I like her outfits. I like her hair.
Right. I mean, she's super cool. It's like 80s. It's like total mid-80s styling, but she's like a breakdancer.
Yeah.
She's like a breakdancer. But here's the problem, okay? Because in the Ewok Adventures, the Ewoks suddenly speak English. Okay, so what happened? How did they suddenly speak English? But anyway, so that is the least of the worries, though, actually, because the storyline sucks. The little creature they have, who actually they took off of the artwork, which was probably smart. That other little thing called Teak, it was ridiculous. They sped it up to make him look like he was going fast. And I remember when I watched this the first time, Thanksgiving in 1985, I was very disappointed.
Oh,
sorry. Sorry.
Yeah,
and the popcorn goes flying.
And the popcorn goes flying.
It's just not good, people. It's not good, but
it's still, you got to keep it.
Yeah, this cannot leave the collection because it is so utterly weird.
You know that, like, if you ever had a party over your house and people don't want to play a game or something, you say, hey, do you want to watch a really weird movie? You could put that movie on. And everybody can just laugh at it.
Val Martin says, can we get the Ewoks Duolingo?
Duolingo would be great. Wouldn't that be fun? We could do that. Here is a classic David Lynch movie, which I have on DVD.
Oh, wait, we didn't do the Brown Meter. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, do that Brown Meter. Get back on that. I'll find the lost popcorn.
Guys, it's a 0. It's just a flat 0 on that one.
Wow.
Okay, go ahead.
Wild at Heart. David Lynch. Now, I think it came out before Twin Peaks or right around the same time.
Yeah.
Because I remember the thing was this. I was obsessed with David Lynch at that point. Which, I mean, I'm always kind of obsessed with David Lynch. But at that point, I was like a big fan of like Eraserhead, Blue Velvet. I had seen multiple times.
Velvet.
And then as soon as this came out, I saw this like multiple times. And of course, I watched Twin Peaks. I was obsessive.
Can Laura Dern do wrong ever?
No.
Never. Pretty much never.
The thing what I really liked about this movie is, well, Diane Ladd, who just passed away, too, her mother is in it. She's the scene stealer of the whole show. But, I mean, it really is a very dark, weird tale. You got Isabella Rossellini in there, too, playing that weird, like, kind of prostitute, out in the desert. And it's like all a big road trip. I mean, it's really a weird movie. And you know what? One of my favorite scenes, too, it's kind of scary and graphic, but is the opening scene where they have that, like, speed metal track, and it's the Park Plaza Hotel in downtown LA, which now is not open, but every time we go to across from like MacArthur Park, I always sit at Brady. I'm like, oh my god.
And your Dynasty typewriter.
Yeah. But anyway, I really enjoyed this movie. I think it's really good. I wouldn't say it's the most highbrow, but it's definitely weird and makes you think. So I would say I would give this like a 3.75.
3.75, yep. Okay.
You know, it's David Lynch. It's David Lynch.
Right. Okay, kids. We have Moulin Rouge, kids. Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
This, again, another movie that I've seen many times in the theater. I remember, I'm not really like a musical guy, to be perfectly honest.
I'm not a musical.
I've been in musicals. I like performing in a musical, but I don't know if I necessarily like watching a musical. I'm sorry, but this is not really like that, right? Although it has been turned into a musical since. My sister went and saw it. She said it was fantastic. This was the Baz Luhrmann from like 2000, 2001, I think, starring Ewan McGregor, Nicole Kidman. And it's a feast for the eyes, kids. And the music is really quite good because they incorporate all the modern music and they turn it into kind of music of the era, including there's a sort of Bollywood track on there, which I'm not sure if I don't think that's what turned me on to Bollywood originally, but it certainly didn't help or didn't hurt. Didn't hurt.
Certainly didn't help either.
Because it was such a dazzling scene, the Chama, Hey Chama Chama. I just love it. I think it has a lot of heart to it. It is visually beautiful, but it does engage in a cardinal sin of mine in cinema, which is that there are a few times where it repeats like clips, like it repeats certain moments, and I hate that. I hate when you're in a movie and you see the same clip used again, unless it's there to show you something different.
Like if there's like
a
something
reveal.
You didn't notice.
Right, exactly.
Like you probably didn't like that movie. You remember the movie The Conversation?
Yeah, I love that movie. Yeah, I love that movie.
So that's a really weird movie where like they're trying to figure out this mystery, right? And
it shouldn't happen, right?
Right. It's just like what's her face is in?
Cindy Williams.
Yeah, really early Cindy Williams and Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
And but anyway, it's kind of like a thing where you just keep seeing the scene over and over again. But what it does is it eventually reveals something.
Right. So anyway, this is fantastic. I'm going to say though that it's not necessarily fully highbrow, although in an artistic level, there's a lot of talent behind this. It's got a lot going for it. I'm going to give it a 3.6 on this one. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. Good job, everybody. That is fun. That is a fun watch and very inspirational for me at the time, if I remember correctly. Okay, now look at this.
Oh,
what's in there?
Another book. Okay,
what's in there?
So this, okay.
Speaking of Laura Dern,
she could do no wrong. This movie is like probably one of my favorite movies, very influential to me personally. This movie is called The Fabulous Stains. It's Lou Adler, okay? Again, another music movie, and it was a movie that I never saw it when it came out because I don't even think it was shown in the theaters, but it was on cable TV, like all the time.
So
see this.
Good!
It's so good, and it's really fun.
If anybody out there has not seen any of the movies we highly recommend this.
Yeah.
Highly recommend
the movie. It's really good. It has Fee Waybill of the Tubes starring as this glam rocker in there, and this other guy who is in the Tubes with him. So I mean, it's just really, really super fun. It starts off. It's kind of like the story of like Tiffany. You know, Tiffany. I Think We're Alone Now.
Tiffany, I Think We're Alone Now.
Punk rock version. These girls start off, they have this punk rock band, and they're like in upstate New York or somewhere like that. They start off performing in the mall, okay? And of course, what ends up happening is they get all these teen followers who start copying their looks. So what it is they call themselves skunks. And so all these women or young women are all starting to like copy their image.
You could say it's like kind of in a way like Madonna as well, when all the girls became known as the wannabes.
Right.
They were all trying to emulate that look.
Actually, what's interesting is that the Diane Lane character in this, her delivery is very like deadpan and weird.
What's her name?
Corinne Burns.
Third degree burns.
I'm perfect, but nobody in this hole gets me because I don't put out.
Okay, how about on a brow meter? What are we going to give it on brow meter?
Okay, it's not the most highbrow, but it's really good. But let's give it a 3. I like that 3
yeah,
on that.
I think it's. I can see that. It's got some
3.
commentary. Right? It has some social commentary as well. I think on fame and what the industry will do to you and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, and I think what I liked about it too is the fact that she was not willing to let people dictate to her the way she needed to look, react, behave. I mean, she was definitely a punk.
Yeah.
And that was really like something very refreshing to see when you were young, looking at it going like, yeah, you know what? This is a great reminder that like I'm going to be and look however I want and I don't care.
Okay, I can dig it. Really, I can dig it.
That's where I found it influential.
All right, next up, we have a movie from 1983. This is it's kind of a documentary, but it's also a film by Maximilian Schell. Schnell. It's called Marlene, and it is all about the German actress Marlene Dietrich, the screen legend from the 1930s, 40s, and so on and so forth. And it's really, really interesting because it is an interview between Maximilian, who's also an actor, and I believe was in a movie with her. It's an interview with Marlene where she never appears on camera.
Oh, wow. But they made a movie out?
Because she was at a point in her life where she wanted to, keep the mystique going, keep the mystery going. She's a beautiful, exotic woman. And so at that point, she was in her 80s and she didn't want to be on film, right? Her last role was Just a Gigolo. She sings Just a Gigolo with David Bowie.
Right. Okay.
And that was in the 70s probably, and she was heavily veiled in that. This movie includes that performance, and it includes really a history of Marlene's career from the silent era all the way up until then. And it's very poignant and very interesting look to see what an aging woman, how she looks at her career through all those different incarnations.
Have I seen
She's
this?
very dismissive, actually.
I think I need to watch this.
It's excellent.
I don't know
In fact, I will say that this is the highest brow meter score I'm going to give so far. This is easily a 4.75. It is really interesting the way it is shot, and the message that it brings to you, the delivery of this interview is so interesting. Including
again,
some of that.
It's called Marlene?
It's just called Marlene.
And we don't have a sleeve, unfortunately, because it's ripped from something.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
I
would
a VHS?
Yes.
Mikey,
yes.
we did have a VHS recorder at some point. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to do it.
Okay, do it.
All right. I don't know if anybody's a Peter Sellers fan. And it's definitely not very politically correct now to see this. Because Peter Sellers, he's an Indian man in the movie. But I will say this. It is one of the funniest, cringe-worthy movies that you can ever watch. It's a Blake Edwards movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Party. From
Classic.
1968. And it's just eye candy. Visually, it's so great. Like the interiors, the outfits. And it's just really wacky. And I think what happens is there's a Hollywood party going on. And somehow there's a mistake, and he's invited to the party, and he's like, everything he does just self-destructs. He doesn't really belong, but he's still there, and he's doing his thing. I mean, it's really funny.
It's funny.
Yeah.
It's a romp. It's a romp.
Oh, and Claudine Langeais.
Claudine Langeais.
Who I loved. She was the one, if you're not familiar with Claudine Langeais, she was married to Andy Williams for years. She had some of those kids with him, and then she left him, and then she accidentally shot her husband, who was this... Accidentally shot him.
Really?
I think he died. But she didn't get... maybe
she's a murderess.
She's a murderess. It was in the 70s. But anyway, it's a great
Okay,
movie.
brow meter.
But brow meter, I don't know if it's very high on the brow meter, but it's fun. 3.
Oh, really? Okay.
You think even lower?
I mean, maybe, but
2.75?
2.75. We're going to give it 2.75 on that one.
I mean, I enjoy that movie so much.
All right, now let's talk about this beautiful movie here. This is 1980, Flash Gordon. Oh my gosh. This, again, is another feast for the eyes. The costumes, I would say, still to this day, are sort of unparalleled. Like, I have still not seen anybody come close to the wizardry of those costumes. Like, what were they thinking? Like, this was so wild.
In this podcast, we're always referencing that Queen Because we always say Pamela Lynch.
Pamela Lynch.
Pamela Lynch.
Well, she's not from that, but she's from Superman.
Oh, she's from
Superman. But same vibe.
But anyway,
for sure.
It's just that kind of vibe.
Yes. It's this henchwoman look.
Yeah.
It's this like really sharp. It almost looks like, and this is a totally different reference, it's like a Filmation animation cartoon where the cheekbones are super, super cut. There's like this weird headpiece.
It's almost like a Nagel.
Yeah, it's like a Nagel, or it's like a cat suit, or it's very like feline vibes. This is, it's high camp, but it's in a movie that maybe wasn't really trying to deliver that, but it just absolutely did in its production design. The acting is wooden, but that's part of the fun. Oh, and Timothy Dalton is in it. And oh gosh, I won't even want to tell you what he did to me. Timothy Dalton did things to me. He was wearing that green outfit, and he sticks his hand into the, I don't know what he's doing in there. And there's whips, and there's a tilting thing. It's crazy.
You want to know why he's gay?
Oh my gosh, that did it to me. Okay, 1.5 on the brow meter, though. It is not high on the brow meter. I am sorry. Okay.
All right. All right. This I don't think we're even going to include.
Okay. Wait a minute. This is accidentally in here. This is As the World Turns, The Wedding of Bob and Kim. DVD. Okay, that's not a movie.
Didn't she just die, Kim?
Well, Catherine Hayes passed away probably a few years ago, I think. But yeah, isn't that interesting? For a while, they were doing DVD releases from soap operas.
But anyway, we're not talking about soaps today.
We digress.
Okay, all right. Would you believe? I think this one we need to get rid of. I can tell you.
Why is that? Why do we even have that?
I don't know. We have Sex and the City.
The movie.
It's in the collection.
This is not good.
This is
not
a
good.
-1.
Listen, we are fans of Sex and the City.
Don't
get me wrong.
enjoyed the last season.
We actually liked it just like that.
You get a little picture inside.
But this was not good. Now, we did go to a special event where they had... Do you remember? They had little plastic hats.
We actually went to the ArcLight.
Yeah, and they had martinis and the whole bit.
It was expensive. It was like $60 to get in.
And
I remember it being like, you're going to get...
I want that $60 back. I want that $60 back.
They gave us like cheap plastic cups and some other stuff. And I remember it being like, this is the worst. Like, what a ripoff. That's going to reflect my brow meter score on this one. Because this movie... sucked.
It's not good. It's not good.
Put it back in a case and donate it.
It's unrateable, really.
It's a zero.
Is this? It's a zero. It's a zero, which means it's just unrateable.
Throw it out.
All right, next up, we have this movie from the late 90s. This is great, actually. This is The Ice Storm. Does anybody remember this? This is Kevin Kline, Joan Allen, and Sigourney Weaver.
Kevin Kline, is another one of those weirdos.
Is he related to Richard Kline? I don't know. But anyway, this is a great movie about an ice storm, hence the title of the movie.
An ice storm.
And it kind of wreaks havoc on this small little Connecticut town. And it's like three couples in, I think, isn't what's her name in this too? She is like one of her first
Christina
movies.
Ricci?
Well, Christina Ricci's in it. So is Tobey Maguire and Elijah Wood. So it's actually a Yellow Jackets moment here for both Christina and and Elijah. But no, I don't think she's even listed in here because she was not popular at the time. Oh, I can't think of her name right now, but she's really good in this. Oh gosh, it's going to kill me.
Maybe it's in there.
Who is in Mom? Who's in Mom? Look up the TV show Mom. But anyway, this is about some couples that have like a little key party, and it gets real racy. Takes place in the 70s, and it's really cool. It's like a coming of age. No.
Jamie Presley.
No.
Mimi Kennedy.
Allison Janney. Oh gosh.
I love Allison Janney.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, it's really, really good. It's campy, but it's also kind of poignant and tender because it's like a coming of age kind of situation, and kids seeing what their parents do, get up to. I really like this one. I'm going to give this a very high. We're going to give it a 4.25 on the brow meter for that one. That is that's a good one.
High.
That is a good one.
Okay, let me see now. Let me go through here.
Okay,
we do own this.
Yes,
Memoirs of a Geisha.
Memoirs of a Geisha, sweetie.
I do remember. I love the book. I
loved
reading the book.
Gosh, I read it twice.
But I don't know about the movie. Is this a bootleg?
That is a bootleg from the streets of New York City. A bootleg from the streets of New York City.
Wrong. Do you remember that? You used to be able to get those. They'd sell them on the street for like $1 or $3.
You might even get a bundle.
That's right.
Okay.
I can't even
Isn't
remember.
this directed by the same person? I swear to you, but it's the same person who just did the last one. Oh, no, this is Rob Marshall. Okay. Rob Marshall did Chicago and Memoirs of a Geisha, and Ang Lee did The Ice Storm and Brokeback Mountain. Okay. Now, I'm going to just say this. We were drunk when we watched this. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if we can give a full...
Yeah, I guess it's something we could watch it again.
I mean, maybe
but it
we
is
should.
Weird. My suspicion is we're going to get rid of it.
Yeah, my suspicion is as such. So this goes with Sextet, okay?
Okay.
Up next, we have... I mean, what can we say?
Classic.
I mean, this is...
I think there's pictures inside.
Of course. This is Showgirls, my friends.
Showgirls.
This is...
It's iconic.
It's iconic.
Camp classic. It might not be highbrow, but it's probably one of the best movies that you could ever watch.
Yeah, it could be the best lowbrow movie that ever has been made in the history of film.
Yeah, they had a whole...
Leave your inhibitions at the door, my friends. The show is about to begin.
It's a really fun movie to see if you ever can see it live, like in a movie theater with a bunch of people.
We've also seen our friend Love Connie do a live stage representation where they kind of use the songs from the soundtrack and they all dance around to it. Gina Gershon just completely tears
Kyle
up the
MacLachlan.
screen. Oh my gosh, of course.
Yeah.
This is good.
He was still pretty hot.
He was still sexy in that. And you know, there's some scenes in there that are quite memorable.
I love this
as well.
Movie.
Yeah,
it's just so weird.
I don't know. How do you rate that though for a brow meter? Because
I would say to you this. I'm going to say there is something in it.
Is there?
Oh yeah. I think there is something in there. You should rate.
Are we in a 2-ish zone?
I'd say a 2.
Okay.
I'd say a 2.
Okay.
But I mean, it's so good.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, visually, it's
my
amazing.
God, it's delectable.
It's camp as hell.
Yes.
Like,
and I think that Elizabeth Berkley really sold the hell out of it.
I love Nomi.
Actually, I love Nomi. Yeah, we're Nomi stans.
Like, I will say this. Even though that technically this kind of killed her career, it gave her longevity. In the same way that, like, Mommie Dearest gave longevity.
Oh, my God.
Faye Dunaway. She's always going to be known forever.
Okay, you just said it.
Segue.
You just said it. Okay, Mommie Dearest is also in the book here.
Oh, yeah. You got to have that on
my
DVD.
gosh, it's getting campy up in here. In the last little pages of this book here, this again is another all-time favorite film. I probably know every single line. I don't know all the lines of all movies.
But this is another one that we would have watched over and over again on cable TV too.
Yeah.
We're talking Z Channel for any of you who are here in LA. Z Channel.
When I was a kid, I didn't know that this was like deemed bad. You know, people think this was bad. You know, Faye Dunaway thinks this is bad, right? Many people think this is a bad film. I don't think it's a bad film at all. I've never thought it was a bad film.
No. Well, I mean, you remember we watched...
But, you know, when I first watched this, I didn't really know who Joan Crawford was. I will say that. When I was,
well, you see,
really young,
I read the book.
I mean, I've heard of her.
I was a kid, but I read the book. I remember because it was such a sensation.
Yeah.
And then when it came out, I loved this movie, and I watched it over and over again.
Right.
I just thought it was hysterical. In retrospect, people have given it way more credibility now than at the time. It just got panned by
everybody. It's really good. Are there pieces of it that are just so outrageous and ridiculous and over the top? Yes. Did they know that was how it was going to turn out? I don't know. But to me, it was always excellent. And it told the story that I could follow as a young child.
Yeah, I think
and
so too.
I found it fascinating. And I thought that Faye Dunaway was fantastic in it. You know, even if she is over the top. And of course, there's so many great one-liners from Christina, right?
Yeah.
Was that
Why
Diana
did you
Scarlett?
adopt me?
It's just fantastic. I don't know.
Or she said, what is the other one?
I'll get the cards out on time.
And then she also says,
The Boys and the Booze is another one we say all the time. The Boys.
Yes, Mommy.
Yes.
So cheesy.
So good.
I think we could give it a 3.
I think so too. I like a 3 on that one. I like a 3 on that one. Okay.
So this must have been the camp classic.
Yeah, I'm telling you. This is from the 90s. This is right when I moved to San Francisco. This came out. This is Parker Posey. We talked about this when we were doing the White Lotus season 3 coverage, of course. One of my favorite movies. This was like, it just hit at the right time, at the right, place for me. I was just old enough to start clubbing, and I was in San Francisco, so I was getting those vibes, those 90s vibes. There's some...
And actually, I didn't see it until I met you.
Yeah.
So you showed it to me as one of your favorite movies.
I mean, it's definitely become, I'd say, like, more popular as the years go on.
And Parker Posey's got a real, like, resurgence since doing The White Lotus. Now people, like, a lot of these Gen Zs who had no idea who she was were like, oh, okay. So I know it's getting...
Right. I mean, she has such an interesting delivery in every one of her lines in pretty much every role that she's ever done. I first saw her on As the World Turns, funnily enough.
Oh, wow.
Where she played Tess. She was on for a couple seasons there. She had a real southern drawl there. She is actually from the South.
She's from the South.
But in this, she plays a New York librarian who, really has to juggle all the stresses of being a youngster in New York, a fashion maven, but who also, she's a partier. She's a party girl. She's a party. Hence the title again. But she has to sort of like maybe settle things down a little bit. She's a little bit out of control. Maybe she loses a job. I can't remember. Whatever. She gets a job at a library. And so it's just kind of like a slice of life kind of thing of the 90s. There's like a lot of really good house music in it. There's somebody in here who went on to do other stuff. I can't. Guillermo Diaz is in it. I think he played Liv Schreiber. That's who it is.
Oh, Liv
Schreiber's in it. It's really good fashion-wise and music-wise. Some delight in there. You have to check it out if you have not seen that movie.
1995.
So that is Party Girl. I'm going to give that... It's not highbrow. It's not highbrow. We're going to say that is we'll give it a 2. Okay.
Okay, and then I think this is probably going to be the last one, right? It is a classic. The Muriel's Wedding, featuring Tony Collette.
Rachel Griffiths.
Yeah, Rachel Griffiths. I mean, this is very early on for those two, wasn't it? And what...
I mean, this broke Toni Collette, for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, camp classic, hello.
Yeah, I remember seeing this in the theaters, again in San Francisco, but this is actually when I was just looking at colleges, so I didn't live there. I went with my mom, and I broke down in this movie. I cried. But it's so much fun.
I don't think I saw it in the movie theater, but I definitely saw it I saw it in England, and it was huge.
Huge!
And it was like, of course, ABBA became big again. Like, I already liked ABBA anyway, but then it was like, this came out and everybody was playing ABBA and doing like, the mega mixes. Like after that came out, everything just went like nuts. ABBA mania. But I mean, I do think this movie is highbrow.
I agree.
I think it's great.
I agree.
It's still one of my favorite movies of all time. And yeah, it makes me cry.
Yeah.
Mariel.
Oh.
I mean, I would say...
Toni Collette is another actress that I don't think can do any wrong.
Nope.
I don't think can do any wrong.
Except for that TV show we just watched that she did.
No, that was good. You didn't like that?
It was okay.
Wayward. We're talking about Wayward.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was
okay.
It was a little
okay.
Stretch.
Okay, so what do you think on the broad meter for that?
This one, could we give it a 4? Or is that too high for you?
We're going to just give it right under. I'm going to give it a 3.75 on that.
7.8.
Yeah, 3.78. Okay, so I think that's all we're going to do for today. This is probably only just scratching the surface of all the DVDs that we actually have, the physical media.
Yeah, and listen, we're happy to do another part 2 of this if people are interested. But we just figured we would try this out and see how it goes. But yeah, I guess the big thing is we're going to see you soon. We have to figure out what the next gig is going to be. Oh, now he's coughing to death. No, we have to figure out where we start
next.
Don't
eat popcorn, people. Don't eat popcorn
when you're talking. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being there. And I guess that's it, right? We're going to head on out here, and maybe we'll watch a movie now, right? Maybe this one.
Yeah, we're going to watch. We'll report back. It's Happy 2026.
Happy 2026, everybody.